What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? What's popping with the population? We're here with an emergency episode. As you can see, the sirens are blazing. The sirens are blazing, and Dave, the day has finally come. The day has finally come. Uh,
It's a different type of feeling when you say that it's over. I got my Cam Newton jersey on. You know what
yeah,
I'm
you
saying?
got the Cam
I
jersey
got the
on.
I got the Cameron on. We can probably do this episode in 15. We can go a whole hour with
Right.
this shit
Hey,
if we wanted
listen,
to.
the Rona got
Like
stuff
we,
shut down, so hey, Dave, pause. I can go as long as you want to. Let's whatever you want to do, Dave. I'm down for the I'm down. I'm in it for the long haul. B. Pause.
I'm not excited. It's just it was a matter of time. We knew it was gonna come, so now we're here. I threw my Cameron on because now this might be the last time I'm gonna wear the Cameron.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I mean, Dave and I, we've been kind of trying to prepare you guys for this moment, like damn near since Cam got hurt. And I tweeted this and I said it, yo. If you've been watching the show, you aren't surprised because we've been listen, the whole narrative behind Cam Newton and what's been going on, the oh he's up for trade and then he's oh we're committed. It's all a crock of shit. Like they completely botched this. The Panthers brass have botched the hell out of this, and it's sad. It really is sad. It's unbelievable how this thing finally played out, but it looks like everything has come to a head with Cam Newton. He's being granted to seek a release
Take a
excuse me,
trade.
seek a trade. Excuse me.
Don't
Uh,
worry, you might be anticipating what it's about
exactly,
to come down to,
exactly.
but but yeah.
But yeah, he's been granted the permission to seek a trade. And listen, if you want me, here's the guys on the truth. This is they. If allow me to
Before man,
to 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 preach on what happened. Okay, what really happened. Okay, the new coaching staff comes in. I don't think Tepper was never sold on Cam Newton. Okay, I don't think he ever wanted Cam Newton to be around long term. Listen, he played it media safe and said, "Hey, Cam Newton's my guy, just in case." Okay, just in case Cam is going to be healthy. But I don't think he was ever sold on Cam Newton ever being healthy again. Okay, so he was. I think he was like, hey, let's see what we can get. I think Cam Newton has been dangled for trade bait for a long time, and nobody is touching Cam. Okay, nobody's touching Cam. So when it came to the combine presser, where and if you watch the little thing, the what's the new series they got, the little web series that the
I know what you're
Panthers
talking
have.
about. I haven't watched it yet.
So if you watch episode 2, and you fast forward to the episode where they got the social media guy and talking to Matt Rule essentially saying, hey, how are we going to spend it? What are you going to say about Cam Newton? They're going to ask about the whole commitment thing, and what are you going to say? How do we need to shape this narrative? Essentially, that's essentially they damn near. That's unmasked. Thank you, Tony. That unmasked is what it's called. So they were sitting there trying to work together a message on how they're going to say they want to keep Cam Newton around. And so here he comes to the podium with this BS message. I can't wait to work with Cam. Listen, what happened was they tried to trade him. They could not find a trade partner. And this is what it come to. It was gonna come to this if they could not. The ultimate goal was to trade Cam Newton, and they couldn't trade him. And at this point, they're like, hey, they said, okay, Joe. They went to Joe. This is me. This is me just guessing. They went to Joe Brady and said, all right, so we can't get Cam. Cam is probably not gonna be healthy. We're not gonna put all our eggs in Cam's basket. What do you want to do? Joe Brady says, hey, give me Teddy Bridgewater. He knows my system. It's gonna be, a little bit of verbiage tweak, but he knows what I want to do. So give me Teddy, and we'll move on from Cam. So Cam, like I said earlier, is probably gonna get released. If we can't, which is the ultimate. This is the ultimate
Blunder,
botch.
yo.
Yeah, the ultimate botch. This is
Yeah,
this is
this is Hurley
terrible.
1.0.
Yeah, this is a terrible. Like you cannot let Cam Newton walk for nothing. Like you cannot like this. It's
No,
completely
what you could
unacceptable.
could you just let him sit? He stays on. I don't know if the cap's
Dave,
going to allow it.
hell no.
It ain't
He's
going to
not.
happen.
No,
It's
that's not
about trying to
happening.
get a comp pick back at this point. We'll be lucky to get a fourth round pick at this point.
We not getting nothing. Like they're gonna release Cam Newton. They listen. They are gonna release Cam. He's gonna walk away. He's gonna get the sign. And listen, if I'm any other team sitting here watching this, fam, I'm not trading nothing. I'm not giving you anything because I know y'all are gonna release him.
But it depends. It depends. It depends if there's another team that wants him and has a concern that there might be competition. It depends.
Dave,
There's teams out there.
there's two teams
Two.
potentially.
There's two.
There's two teams. There's the Bears and there's
And
the
there's the
Chargers.
Chargers.
Those are the
That's
only
it.
two teams that make sense at this point. The Bears
So-
apparently, according to Twitter, the Bears were making a run at Teddy Bridgewater. They wanted
So that's
Teddy.
the point. So now they don't have Teddy because Teddy's coming here. We'll get to that later during
Yes.
this emergency episode. But the fact that now the Bears have no quarterback, they're not going to roll with Mr. Trubisky next year. That's not happening. I don't know if Nagy's going to be willing to roll with Mitch next year.
I mean,
the
they
Chargers
can.
need a quarterback. Rivers is already with the Colts. He signed a 1-year deal with the Colts. They need a quarterback.
They do need a quarterback, but they also have the sixth pick in the draft, Dave. So they don't have to go out and get a Cam Newton. They have an option.
No, Anthony Lynn does. That man wants to keep his job. He wants to keep his job.
Okay, that could be
So does
true.
Nagy. Nagy too. Like, these are two teams with coaches that are trying to keep their gig.
That's true.
And you can't be out here strolling out here with Tua, who might not be ready to go, and you can't be out here with Hubert because he ain't ready. Like, I mean, that's the reality of the fact. So could I see a scenario where they could still have Cam and draft somebody? Sure.
Yeah.
But Lynn's out here trying to keep his job. And so is Nagy. Because both of them are on the hot seat. And you can get an established quarterback right now. The Chargers are probably the best fit because nobody's better at dealing with terrible offensive lines than Cam Newton.
But they're building their offense. No, the Chargers are building their offensive line. They got Trey Turner. They just traded for I think they signed another left tackle. I can't remember who it was. But they're building their offensive line. So their offensive line won't be their Achilles. They've had some terrible offensive lines.
I wonder if they try to trade Cam with the Trey Turner trade.
They probably could have. That probably could have been the case.
They probably should have in hindsight, right?
They probably should have. Yeah, they probably should have included Cam in that deal. That's a good point. It's a very good observation, Dave.
But you know, that's what we do. We find ways to blunder it, man. Like Hardy's not good at this trade game, man.
This is unspeakable, Dave. Like you cannot let. I don't care. I mean, yes, we know Cam is injured. He's coming off injury, but you cannot let him walk away for nothing. Like you can't just you cannot release Cam Newton and walk away with absolutely nothing in return. You got to get something.
I'm gonna go ahead and get this Patriots innuendo out the way right now. I live in New England. I want to ask you guys a question. How many African American quarterbacks have the Patriots had in their entire that started in their entire history?
I don't know. Jacoby didn't start any game?
Just one. That is the only
Jacoby?
one. That's it. So I say that to say, and then on top of that, they don't have the cap space. They don't have the cap space. Like I think Bill Belichick would love to come out with the Stone Cold music, but they don't have the cap space. They don't have the cap space to take that cap hit because it's $20 million. So they're going to probably roll with Jarrett Stidham. Yeah, that's the only one.
I think the Patriots will be fine. The Patriots will be. I mean, the Bills.
They're not winning that division.
No, the Bills are loading up. Listen. But let's stay on the Cam Newton topic. But listen, it's an ultimate blunder to let Cam Newton walk out the door for nothing. I mean, at least a third or fourth round pick or something. You got to get something. You got to get something at this point. Nothing in return is unacceptable. Completely unacceptable, in my opinion. Completely. Now we're in this whole half rebuild thing, and I don't know.
Well, it's not no. This is the mixed reboot.
This is the mixed reboot.
This is exactly what this is. Because all Teddy Bridgewater is right now is a bridge.
All right, I see what you
He,
did there, Dave.
he's a bridge.
I see what you did there.
All right, that's all he is. He's a bridge. I hope he stays longer because I like Teddy. I've always thought he got a raw deal when he got drafted. He had a horrendous injury. He came back from it. I've always liked Teddy Bridgewater, but the reality is that he's probably not going to be there that much longer. That
All right,
long.
let's
He'll
let's
probably be there 2 out of those 3 years.
yeah, let's break this down. Let's break this Teddy Bridgewater signing down. Cause listen, I'm not mad at Teddy Bridgewater signing. You know why I'm not mad? It gives us a slight bit of stability. Even if we did let Cam Newton play, there's always that thing where, hey, you gotta extend Cam. Whether you keep him around, there's a question mark behind extending Cam. There's his health. So there's so many questions around the Cam Newton. So what Teddy Bridgewater gives is it gives us a little bit of stability. I mean, like Dave said, he had that horrific injury. He had he was the Jets backup, the Saints backup. Then he goes and has this a pretty solid 5-0 run with the Saints while Breeze was out on a little Kyle Allen esque before Kyle Allen took a shit. He had a nice little run there.
But
And
he was
listen,
undefeated, never lost for real, for
he
real.
was for real. Still,
Yeah.
it still remains. It
Yeah.
still remains, Dave. It still remains. I did. Oh,
Undefeated, never
it
lost.
still remains, Dave. He is undefeated.
For the
He
Saints.
for the Saints. Yes, for the Saints. Uh, okay, so he 2019. He fills in. Brees has the thumb injury. He comes in, plays pretty well. A lot of Saints fans will say the same thing that you guys said, that hey, they won despite of Teddy. That so if y'all want to keep that same energy, their fans were saying the exact same thing we were saying. You guys were saying about Kyle Allen before Kyle Allen took a shit too. So I mean, just being transparent here, okay?
All I know is this: Teddy didn't lose a single game, and Breezes did. And Teddy didn't. And it wasn't like Teddy had a cupcake schedule. Teddy beat some pretty good teams when he was starting for the Saints.
Yeah.
So like, let's be realistic about the situation. Teddy was getting it in.
Teddy's a solid. Now there's some question marks surrounding Teddy. I think they only asked him to throw the ball deep like 15 times while he was playing last season. So there's some question marks around his deep throwing accuracy and all that. I won't get into all that because I don't know. I didn't sit down and watch the games. I got to go back and watch the games to see because we're going to be in a very similar scenario if we're not pushing the ball deep. I mean, that we're not utilizing our weapons that we have to the best of their ability. So, listen, man, I like the Teddy Bridgewater signing. I really do. I don't have. I like it because it gives us that bit of stability. Again, he knows what Joe Brady wants to do. They're familiar with each other. So like that's a positive. And like Dave said, this is the mixed reboot in action. And what it does is if we're bad, we're still in line. We're still in line for that top pick. And what it does for that top pick is it gives him. There's no pressure. There's no pressure on the top pick because you got Teddy. You can learn a little bit from Teddy, and then maybe year 2, year 3, you walk away. It's only a 3-year deal, so you can walk away. So it's a little bit of security, but you can walk away. I'm still interested to see how that deal is structured. Maybe after year 2, can we walk away? Is he gonna be literally? No, I don't know. I haven't seen
But
the deal
it's
yet.
not the way that folks have been talking about the deal. It seems like they could probably walk away after year 2. The other thing you need to consider is that there was a comment that Tepper made to the effect of, "We don't have a $30 million mistake," and for the next 3 years, he's not going to have a $30 million mistake.
Yeah, I mean,
So
yeah,
like,
yeah.
so like you when you start thinking about, I don't think he had any interest
He
of
never
paying.
was so. Yo, I told you that goes back.
Like
to what
he
I said.
wasn't like he didn't
was
have
never
any. I
sold.
don't know, but the thing is, I don't know if he was interested in paying for somebody other than Cam. You follow me? Like I don't think he had an interest in paying any quarterback right now that much money.
Yeah, no, and I agree.
Besides Cam, like I know it's
I
easy
don't
to
think he
just
wanted to play. I don't think he wanted to pay Cam,
yeah. I know he didn't want to pay.
especially considering the circumstances of the injury. I don't think he
Yeah,
ever wanted to pay Cam. So, but listen. We all knew this was gonna happen. We knew the day was gonna come. And listen, that all or nothing poster. I mean, geez, like none of those guys
it's over
are around.
now.
That's just a wrap. It's a wrap. Completely a wrap. Nobody's left. No Peppers, no Khalil, no Luke, no TD, no Olsen, no Cam. They're all gone, which is completely crazy to me, bro. Like that's crazy. And listen, it's okay. I mean, this it was expected when Tepper came in that this thing was gonna reboot. That this is gonna we're gonna have a it was gonna be some wild times. I told you guys to strap in. Did I not say that? Strap in because it's gonna be a wild ride. I told you guys this was gonna happen. So not surprising to me. I'm happy with the Teddy signing. Short term, no long term commitment, and it's just like Dave said. It's just literally a bridge until we can get that quarterback. Now that does put us in a situation to where if we are successful, we have a good quarterback, right, Dave? So
Yeah,
is
but
this not a win-win?
sure. But I also think that if the right quarterback's sitting there at 7, probably gonna take him, bro.
Nah, I don't think so, man. I don't think this year. I don't think so. I think this move right here takes quarterback completely off the table for this year. This year,
I don't know if I'm
I think
completely agreeing
so.
with that.
I think so. I
So you're
think it
telling
does.
me if Tua was sitting there at 7,
First of all, I don't think Tua is going to be there at 7 because I think the Chargers take him or
not if they,
Miami
not if
or
they,
whoever.
not if
Somebody's
they
going to
pick
come
Cam
up.
up.
Somebody's going to come up and get him.
All I'm saying is, if Tua's sitting there at 7, believe you me, we pulling that trigger.
I will. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be surprised. But I think
The way that
quarterback's
this
off the
the
table.
way that this franchise has been
We
operating.
got too many. Yeah, we got too many other holes, man. We got too many
No,
other
I
gaps.
know he's not going to be there at 7, but we've seen wilder things happen in the draft.
No, I
We,
agree. I agree.
yeah, we've seen crazier things happen in the draft, man. So you can never say that he might not be there. We've seen if the right one is sitting there at 7, we're going to pull it. Now, I would be angry if it's not Tua. Like if Tua's
I
sitting there at
think.
7, we
I
need to
think
do it.
quarterback's off the table, man. We got too many other needs to fill. We have our
Well,
temporary stopgap. Uh oh.
somebody called in, man.
Yeah. One second.
What's up?
Hold on. One
All right.
second, bro. 1 second. But I think I think quarterback is completely off the uh, off the table right now. Sorry, threw me off a little bit.
Yeah, I think Derek Brown's going to be the pick if Tua's not there. But if the right quarterback is there, we're going to take him. My opinion. But, we'll see how it goes.
But yeah, nah, man. I think yeah. I don't know, man. I think that in the draft, I think quarterback's completely off the table right now. We got too many other holes to fill, and I think the next year, obviously, depending how things go with Teddy and what we pick, I think that's where we get our quarterback. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's going to be fun.
So
Just remember the last time we got a Saints quarterback, we won the Super Bowl in 2 years. Won a year, right?
so what? Say that again.
The last time we picked up a backup Saints quarterback, we made the Super Bowl, man.
Oh, it's true.
I'm not trying to.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
true.
trying to. I'm not trying to give
There's
you
your
false.
guy. You caping for your
I'm-
guy again.
I'm not trying to give you guys some false sense of security, but
Caping for your guy.
I mean, Jake was a backup quarterback for the Saints.
Your dude.
Well, I'm gonna miss Cam. I am gonna miss Cam. I'm gonna miss him. I'm curious to see I'm curious to see where he ends up. I'm hoping that we're able to trade for him, but I think it's too late. I think we got to demote Hurney though, man. We have to demote Hurney. Are you putting this on Hurney? Is the better question for you.
Am I putting what on Hurney? This trade?
This whole fiasco, yeah.
Nah, I don't think. I think Tepper had more to do with it than anybody else.
Okay.
I think Tepper completely botched this joint with the whole messaging, and then Rule got thrown halfway. I think it's just a mixed bag of shit. I think we just completely jacked it up.
Okay.
I think we completely flubbed this joint. And I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounded like Cam was not like they
Cam's
blindsided
pissed.
Cam. Yeah, they blindsided Cam something vicious. I think he had every intention of coming back. I think in his eyes, he thought that he was going to be rolling with the new head coach. So I don't know if something happened.
Yeah, no, they want. So Cam, what happened was Cam wanted an extension. Cam wanted that guaranteed money. He wanted to get his money, and we were like, nah, we can't do that. Which I agree from the organizational standpoint. I agree. You can't pay A quarterback who has this injury history like that. You can't lock him in long term. So I agree with both sides. Both sides, it's good for both sides the way this happened. Go out, Cam. Go and find you a trade partner, a team that wants you, and go ball out. And then while we need to move on. That's just it. I agree, both sides. And I think there's other players, and people are talking about it in the chat. I think there's other players that need to catch his fade too. They need to be gone. Like, let's completely reboot this thing, bro. I'm looking at KK, and I'm looking at and McCaffrey.
KK put a post that was very interesting.
McCaffrey too. Both of them can go. We gotta start over, man.
I really think Joe Brady might have some plans for McCaffrey though.
I'm interested to see, but even then, I mean, it would have to be something really crazy, and I don't think he's gonna be that innovative to where I'm gonna be like, yeah, let's do it. I think it's just you can't pay a running back. There's too many other positions, and the data. Look at everybody. Dave, name me a team that has not regretted paying their running back. Every team that's paid a running back has regretted it, bro.
Well, David Johnson just got traded for a bag of
every single team that has signed a running back to big money has regretted it. Every one of them, including the Cowboys, because look where they are.
Yeah, they about to pay Amari Cooper.
They paid Amari Cooper, and they got to tag Dak. Well, wonder why they had to tag him, Dave.
Because Dak didn't take $33 million a year.
And you wonder why they couldn't give him more, Dave.
Paying everybody else.
And they paid a running back. It's just part of it. You can't. Every team that has paid a running back has regretted it, bro. It's just facts. Gurley, I heard Gurley was on the trade market.
Yeah, he is. The dude got a chronic knee problem.
You shouldn't have paid him.
Amari getting $100 million for 5 years is wild, man.
But I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But all right, we got some peoples on the phone.
Let's take some of these calls.
We'll take some calls. I need to see how to lock. Let me see if I can lock this joint. So I want people's. I can't lock this joint like I did at
No worries.
Let me see. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Tommy Tampa.
Spotlight video. Let me see. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Tommy Tampa's hilarious, bro. All right. Let's get into. Yo, that shit is funny. All right. All right. 704-215. What's good?
Yo, what's up, guys?
What up? What's going on?
Yo, I'm enjoying the show. Y'all got some good content. My first time calling.
Oh man, appreciate
it, man.
Yeah. I've been listening to y'all for a while. I love it. Dude, I'm fully on board with this whole process, man. I mean, you can say what you want about Tepper, but I like the consistency here that you bring in a coach like Matt Rule, you give him a 7-year deal or 8-year deal? What was it?
7 years.
7 years. You give him a 7 years. That's unprecedented. Right? Like, I love it because you're giving full faith into that coach to say, hey, this is what we want to do. Look at where we are right now. Like, our best seasons are behind us. Ever since 2015, this team has only declined. All right, now it's time to start over. You know how to do that. You did it at Temple. You did it at Baylor. You're an ex-NFL player. You've been around some of the best coaches. You've seen what it's like. All right, now take us your direction. So Matt Rule, now he's cleaning house, and we hated as fans. I hate to see Cam go. I hate the thought of, KK or Christian McCaffrey having to get traded. But you're right, man. You guys are right. Christian McCaffrey, no running back deserves. I don't care how much you love the guy. No running back deserves that amount of money. He's going to have to go. Cam has to go. He just can't stay healthy. But I want to ask you guys, doesn't this make sense? The fact that they would, I would say, get rid of Cam, bring in somebody like Bridgewater, but you're basically banking on getting a quarterback next year. I mean, I'm not saying tank for Trevor, tank for Fields, but it's pretty much a lockdown. We're not getting a quarterback this draft. I think what Matt Rule's going to want to do is go like defensive, because I think rookie quarterbacks who have thrived are the ones that's had strong defenses on the opposite side. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think from my standpoint, the only reason why I could see a scenario where we would take the quarterback this year is if the right guy falls there at 7. I think next year it's not even a doubt that we're going to have to take somebody in 2021.
Yes.
But the biggest concern I have, if it comes down to us going to 2021 and we're competitive, and we want to go get one of the guys that's near the top of the draft, that freaking Hunty's going to trade the house to go up and get him. I'm very
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm very
so
afraid of
so
that.
here's my, and I want to share my methodology here. I would have not signed Teddy. I would have just rolled with Kyle Allen this year because
Oh, I would
I'm
have.
gonna be
Yeah.
honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really curious to see
Yeah.
what Kyle would have looked like with Joe Brady, because I'm telling you,
Yeah.
man, I'm telling you, Joe Burrow was not good the year before last. Let's just be honest. And he turned. I'm not saying that the same magic
Yep.
apply. It's college football at the end of the day, but we had nothing to
Yeah.
lose. We had absolutely nothing to lose. I would have liked to see what Kyle looked like under Joe Brady, and if it was bad, we would have had Trevor or uh, or or, um or Fields. So either way,
Mhm.
it would have worked out. But what the signing of Teddy, what that means to me is that they're trying to be somewhat competitive to keep the fan base kind of engaged. I think they're
Yeah.
gonna really tap out. If we would have just went with Kyle, it would have been everybody would have tapped out. And I think they're trying to be competitive. That whole mixed reboot crap that they said, that's the only thing that they've kind of stuck with, and that's the only thing that makes
Mhm.
sense for what they're saying. But I would have just rolled with Kyle or Will this season, and then next season, because we're gonna end up with the same result, but yet we have a $20 million tie up in Teddy. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like we could have
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
without that because that's
Yeah.
just my opinion. I don't know. That's what I would have done.
No, I feel you, man. I'm right there with you, man. I don't understand. I mean, I'm fine with Teddy coming in, but as like a stopgap kind of quarterback. But again, you have a crowded quarterback room with a 3rd-round pick from last year, and you got Kyle Allen who led us to 6 wins or whatever, 7. So I don't know how many wins it was now, 6. So
5.
I would have 5. Sorry. I would have rather see them battle that out. Just clear that that quarterback room out, let them battle out. But whatever. Teddy's here. I just think he's a stopgap. I mean, there's no way we get a quarterback in the draft this year. There's no way.
I
It's got to be.
I agree.
It's got to be next year. And I mean, just look at Josh Allen. I mean, I don't know how good the Giants defense was when Daniel Jones came in, but some of these other quarterbacks who are up and coming, man, like they got to their teams when the offenses were bad and when the defenses were good. And when the following years came on, they started bringing on offensive players, retaining that defense, that stout defense, and then the quarterbacks began to thrive. So I feel like that's the strategy sort of that Matt Rule's headed down. So I'm optimistic, man. I'm loving it so far. As long as we don't waste a pick on a quarterback, I'll be happy.
All right, I gotta move on. We got a lot of calls.
Got you, man. I got you. Appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate the call, man.
Call them more often, bro. That's a good call. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I tell you what, the 8-8 might be a playoff spot. It could be. Depending on what the conference is, right?
What's up?
What's going on, man?
All right.
How you doing, Noli?
Oh, I think I thought I had Noli. Yep. Noli, is that you, bro?
Yeah, that is me. How are y'all?
What's good, bro? How's it going, man?
Good. Trying to stay safe out here. How about y'all?
We good, man.
You got all your materials, man?
Yeah, I stole a quick bottle of hand sanitizer from school today, so
damn,
I'm good to
bro.
go.
Nobody's safe.
Well, I guess it wasn't going to be utilized, so I guess you can roll with it.
It was from the janitor's cart. I felt a little bad, but
nobody's safe out here, B. But all right, what you got, yo? I got a lot of calls behind you, bro.
I'll try to keep it short. First of all, I hate the way they handled this. This has David Tepper written all over it. I don't think this is Hurney or even Rule that much. Think about Tepper. His first year he came in here, what happened to Cam Newton? He hurt his shoulder midway through the year. His second year as an owner, Cam Newton. So all he knows is a hurt Cam Newton. So I can see why he wants to move on, and it is best. But overall, terrible management. I mean, they literally showed you the way you don't handle. And I thought the release of Steve Smith was bad, but this is honestly looking worse.
Yeah, this is
and
worse.
I just feel bad.
This looks pretty terrible.
If he walks without us getting any compensation, this is far worse. Far worse.
And it's far worse because if Cam really got the sense from the team that they were going to move on for him, and he was just blindsided after all that he's done for us, just to treat him like this on the way out, I mean, embarrassing. But
Well,
I'll be keeping an eye on.
I'm not mad at that part. It's a business at the end of the day. So I mean, I'm not gonna be
Okay,
mad
but
at
you
that.
can be up front though. Look how they handled the Peyton Manning situation. Look how they handled Tom Brady.
And Rivera.
There
too,
was no shock.
How he handled Rivera.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I get it.
There's a way to handle it.
I agree, but I'm not mad at how if it is what it is. I'm not gonna be mad at that. But I am gonna be mad. I am gonna be mad if they don't get any compensation up. But go ahead, my fault. Keep cutting you off.
You're good. Here's where I'm at. By default, I think we're going to be bad enough because Teddy's good enough to win you a game or two, like Slim said, but this defense is going to give up 20, 30 points a game. And we also, and relating to the coronavirus, when are those players going to be able to get in that building and work with the new coaching staff?
Yeah.
We're already behind the 8 ball because we have a college coach and 2 college coordinators. So there's an adjustment that's there. There's another adjustment when you look at our whole roster is going to be really new, especially on defense. That's another adjustment. And then if players aren't able to report till July or August, I see no way in the world that we're going to win that many games. I think by default, we're going to be bad. There's just no time. I don't care how good Teddy is. So my thing is, the last thing I'll say, if we do not get Lawrence or Fields out of this quote-unquote process, I am going to be livid, absolutely livid.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know. Like, I think there's a false perception about how Teddy is as a quarterback. The dude hasn't really worked.
He's not the future.
No, I agree.
He's not the future, though.
But I don't think he's going to walk in there and they're going to be terrible. I understand the concerns about the training camp. They're not going to have enough time with the coaching staff and fundamentals and all that. But I don't think Teddy.
What about defense?
Ouch.
We're going to give up 20, 30 points a game. I just don't see how we're going to stop anybody. So he can put up decent stats, but I think it's just going to be.
You got to put some respect on Phil Snow's name, B.
Oh man, he ain't getting nothing right now. He hasn't proved it. So my thing is
on his name, B.
Nah. He need to earn it. So my thing is, and I know you got callers. We have to get Lawrence or Fields. I'm be dumbfounded, and I know it sucks if we're competitive because we're gonna have to give up the farm to move up.
Yeah.
I'm fingers crossed. Hopefully, if we can get at worst a top 5 pick, so that it'd be easier to move from 4 to 1 or 2 than like 8 or 9. So what I'm looking for now is I'm just like at the end of this process, you got to end up with one of those 2 quarterbacks. If not, abysmal failure because those are generational talents at the QB position. So we'll see what happens.
All right, bro. I gotta move on. I got like 6 callers behind you, bro.
Yo, this is
good. Lord.
Yeah.
We might have to move the show to Tuesday, man.
All right, bro. I'll let you.
By the way, y'all need to hit this like button. Y'all need to get this like button popping, man. We got 97 people watching. We need some likes.
All right. 704. What's good?
For the algorithms, man.
All right. 704. What's good? 804.
Yo.
Yeah. What's up?
Yo.
What's good?
What's up, man? What's up? I just want to say, I love the show. Appreciate y'all putting all this time in and doing your analysis and all that. But man, I'm really disappointed in like the image that it may give Carolina, because they made a big deal about coming out and saying, we want to keep Cam, we want him in the building, and then, just not even a week later to flip it completely.
Yeah.
And I mean the same thing happened with a lot of how our stars exit, and like other first overall picks just don't get this type of treatment. Like Aaron Rodgers was out, a year with his collarbone injury, and you didn't know if he would be able to throw it like that. And no one said anything about trading him or getting rid of him. And Drew Brees the same thing. And even after Cam being hurt, when we lost that game to the Saints, I mean, when he had the law firm as receivers, he was putting the ball places where only a few quarterbacks can do. And just to see him go out like this, and we're probably not gonna get nothing but 2 rusty nickels and a 7th round pick. And
I think
right.
That's pushing it. Honestly, I don't think we get anything. I don't think if I'm a GM and I'm running a team, I'm waiting for you to release him so I can give him the contract I want to give him, because it's gonna be. I know 19 million. His deal is 19 million and it's cheap. That is very true. But I can also make that deal incentive based. You got to hit certain thresholds.
Right.
You've got to play so many games. And I can finagle that a little bit. I don't want. I get it that it's attractive, but I'm waiting.
Right.
I'm waiting.
And then, I mean, Teddy's getting, what, 20, 23 over 21 or something like that a year? That's
20,
more than what we was going to pay Cam anyway.
21 a year,
then,
which makes him – he's still in the bottom half as far as average salary per year. He's still in the bottom half of quarterbacks.
But it was a 3-year, $60 million, right?
Yeah, 3 year, $60 million, which is $21 million a year, which is still bottom
No,
half.
20.
21. No, it's 63.
Oh, 63,
million.
okay.
Yeah, 21 million.
63, yeah,
which
21 a year.
Still is the bottom half of the league as far as quarterback salaries. So it's a good deal as far as Teddy goes. Go ahead, my bad.
Right. I just got one more thing I want to bring up. Is just Teddy's never been known for having an arm and being able to put the ball downfield. And we've been crapping on Cam for years about, him not being able to put it down the field again. And I saw something about Pro Football Focus saying that he had like an average depth of target of like 6 yards.
Yeah, which is the lowest
in
the
NFL.
In NFL, yeah. But also
you can't sell me tickets on Teddy.
But hold on,
you can't sell me tickets on Teddy Bridgewater. Like I'm not gonna go see a Teddy game.
Hold on, I'm not gonna put that all on him though. Is that a product of the scheme though? Because is
Stefanski did, yeah.
Is it a product of the scheme saying, hey, I don't want you, and maybe it is playing to his strengths. Maybe he can't sling it like that, so the scheme and Peyton is like, nah, we're gonna let you dink it and dunk it. So maybe I don't know. I can't answer that. I'm gonna be honest,
I'll tell you what.
I have not watched Teddy enough to know whether his arm is that nice. I don't know.
But I'll tell you
I
what.
remember watching him come out and saying, "Go ahead, my brother. My bad."
I'm telling you what. That offense was pretty freaking efficient in New Orleans with him with that 6 yards per depth target.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
like
what I'm saying.
because you had Kamara.
But he has Michael Thomas. He got Kamara.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, they have some weapons. I mean, I think Curtis Samuel is gonna get affected the most out of this. I think DJ.
And then
Moore
what was Joe Brady? Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Curtis Samuel will be affected.
Yeah, I think DJ Moore is gonna have potential to eat here. I think McCaffrey's gonna be able to eat here. So I mean, there's potential, but it's just we got to see what Joe Brady's going to come up with. What's going to cook?
What did he do in New Orleans? I mean, because they're making it seem like he called plays and he was an assistant. Like
who, Brady?
I mean, yeah. Did he call plays or anything like that?
Nah, he was an assistant. I don't think he called plays.
An assistant, right?
Yeah, but at the same
time, so how's he a Messiah all of a sudden?
Because he's cut from that cloth, B. Like you want somebody to still cut, even if he didn't call plays. I'm gonna give him credit for being cut from that cloth. He's been in the rooms. He knows what's going on. He knows. So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna give him that credit. I'm gonna let him have that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give him that benefit of the doubt that he knows what he's doing. He's been in the room with Sean Payton. He knows what parts they need to be in the building to make that system.
I can respect that.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give him that. I'm gonna let him have it. Now he still has to execute it, which is what he did supposedly at LSU. So I'm gonna give him that. We've seen it work at the college level. So I'm gonna let him. I'm gonna give him credit for that. But now I need to see it. You know what I'm saying? I need you to take these players. We got a McCaffrey. You can say McCaffrey, Kamara. That's pretty close comparison.
I actually would take Christian over Kamara.
Okay, so you can take DJ. No, he's not Michael Thomas, but he's a good receiver, and there's tons of good receivers in this draft. So you can get you a somebody else. So I think the thing is though, we have to see this offense shift. This is not going to be a run first offense anymore. I think we're gonna be slanging that thing, B.
I think people are forgetting. Here's my thing, man. I think people are forgetting that Teddy Bridgewater probably should have been a top 5 pick in this draft. I think there's a misconception of who he is. All right, I really do. Like the Minnesota Vikings had absolutely no business of falling into Teddy Bridgewater the way that they did when they drafted him in the first round.
Backing into him, right. But I mean, there was concerns about him being too small and not being able to take the hits,
small
and
head.
It seems like that. Yeah, it seems like that's kind of come to fruition, and it's not like our offensive line is the Cowboys line. I mean, if Cam got smacked back there, imagine little Teddy could get knocked around like a rag doll.
But did it come to fruition?
Hold on, Dave. I think we gotta and see, this is where Joe Brady comes into play here. If you take if you take the Saints offensive line and tell them to do what we asked them to do in our system, I don't think anybody's offensive line is going to be that great. Okay, what a good offensive coordinator does is they play to the strengths of their players. The offensive coordinator has a lot to do with how well the offensive line plays. So I think if you see better offensive line play, let the scheme go to work. I think it's going to have a lot. I think you're going to see a better offensive line based on the scheme. If it's not that good, then that's on Brady, and that's what we square peg round hold all these offensive linemen.
Round hole, yeah.
So,
And I think that's where we put them in bad places. We don't have the right players
Daly
to do the
wasn't
right
in his
thing.
natural position.
Exactly.
Little wasn't in his natural
Exactly.
position. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So, go ahead, Dave.
I just think that we're out here worried, like saying that Teddy's not good enough, but like the guy has a winning record as a starter. Like he went 5-0 with New Orleans. When the last time he played a full season, he went 11-5. Like I don't like he had that gruesome injury, so I'm happy that Teddy was able to turn it around and get back into it.
Definitely.
I think he got a raw deal with the draft. He got a raw deal with that gruesome injury. I could see this working. I just know it's not going to be a long-term thing with because just like what I talked about when we picked up Joe Brady to be our OC, I don't think Joe Brady's going to be a long-term OC for us either.
He gonna get his hype and get out of there, get checked.
Oh yeah, like it's like as soon as that offense gets super efficient, it's a wrap.
Yep.
He's leaving.
Yeah.
We'll
only see if the draft. We'll get a draft a chance, and based on how they do in the draft, that'll really give us an indication of like the direction of the franchise. Like we go some CD Lamb or some type of like offensive weapon, and maybe or we'll know that they're focusing on that side of the football and giving Teddy weapons or whoever our quarterback will be eventually weapons, or linemen or I just don't want to. Anyway.
All right, bro.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
boys,
I gotta
man.
move on. I got a
appreciate
lot of
it.
It's breaking news. Breaking news. Vernon Butler just got signed by the Bills. He got a bag. Shout out to Big Vern.
You can go.
He just got a bag. Shout out to Vernon Butler. All right.
Hey, how big is this bag? Whoa. How big was this bag you speak of, sir?
Let's see. It was 2-year deal, roughly $18 million. Worth up to $18 million. 9.3 million of that is guaranteed.
Ain't bad.
So Buffalo North, they getting all our players. All right, 727. What's good?
Yo, what's good, Shaw? What's good, Dave?
What up?
How y'all doing?
What's going on, man?
Good, bro.
As good as I can be, man. This is Darius from Raleigh, by the way. But I want to first start off by saying I'm a Carolina Panther fan before anything. I see a lot of people online. They're like, I started liking this team because of Cam Newton. It's like, if y'all are just Cam Newton fans, okay, sure, just follow him. But I'm a Carolina Panther fan. I've been a fan before Cam Newton, and y'all have been too. So we've seen the test of time and what this franchise has always been about. I'm just tired of how we treat some of the greatest players to ever put on the Panthers uniform. It's just like, it's very disrespectful. It took Steve Smith years to get back on board.
Yeah.
And, Cam, it's all love with him, but, that's always going to leave a sour taste in his mouth, man.
Facts.
He gave everything to this franchise, everything. And he was never given a good plate to start off with. You got Baker out here getting Pro Bowl receivers left and right. You got Kyler, just got D-Hop in his second year. You got a lot of teams that are putting a lot more talent around their QBs, and it's not fair to Cam. He never got that, ever.
That's true.
And I put that a lot of this is on Ron, Gettleman, and Marty from previous years. It just built up to this.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna put it all on Tep. Look at it from his perspective. This franchise has been here since '95. We've never had back-to-back winning seasons, and since 2015, we really ain't been shit. We haven't done anything. 2017 was kind of a fluke year, and to be granted, 2015 was too. Nobody had us going to the Super Bowl in 2015. We just lucked out, and we got there.
Out, man. Let's stop right there because here's my thing, man. Because nobody had us going to the Super Bowl when Jake took us too. Like
he did.
I mean,
I agree. I'm just saying.
It's just
we were a wild card. We were a wild card, and we got there. but
No, we
nobody
weren't.
had
We
us
won a wild card. We won the division. When Jake
to
got us
go
there,
to
we
the
won the
Super Bowl.
division.
What I'm saying is we weren't picked to go to the Super Bowl. It was like, wow, we really got here. Nobody, before the season started, man, we were like, okay, we might go to the playoffs, win a game or two. But none of us thought, like, man, we are going to go to the Super Bowl this year. That's what I'm saying. It came out of the blue, and we got there. That's what I'm getting at, Dave.
Yeah, but like, even though I get that, but like, I don't want you discrediting how successful that era was. Yeah, we didn't have back-to-back winning seasons, but we won 3 straight division titles.
No, it was successful. One of those division titles, though, it was like what was it?
Yeah.
7,
7, 8, and 1. 7, 8, and 1.
7, 8, and 1.
So what?
Yeah.
So what? And we won a playoff game. So what? Like we went 12-4 the year, but we went 12-4 the year before that, and we didn't win a playoff game.
Dave, that's that Ron mentality, though. That's just accepting mediocrity. You're in this league to win. You're in this league to win Super Bowls, though. But
and he got us to one.
The effect that just happened today is from Ron's era and his mismanaged of players. Let's be real.
Now that's GM too. Like that's not fair.
No.
Ron got to get this heat too, though, Dave.
No, he gets some of this heat.
I included.
Everybody gets
GMs. Everybody's getting this heat.
But I'm saying though,
Ron had Hurney, Gettleman, and Hurney again. Like let's not Ron survived literally 3 GMs. Ron survived
but what did Ron
GMs.
do? What did Ron do while Ron was not good at player development? Ron never put Cam in a good situation. I'm just saying, let's not leave Ron out of this. A lot of this is on Ron too. Ron's effect is still on this team. And Tepper is just trying to clean up a lot of it. Do I agree with what we did and how we handled it? No. But I understand where they're coming from. And that Tannehill trade is what I think took him over the top because of how much money that man got.
Yeah.
And where the QB market is going. That's where I feel like that's where it was like, okay, we can't do this. We cannot pay him that much money. Like Tannehill just got that much money. It would be disrespectful not to at least give Cam more than what Tannehill got. So they just didn't want to do it. But let's not forget, from 2011, since Cam got drafted, like Ron doesn't have an effect on what happened on this day. He brought in offensive coordinators that were not fit for Cam. He brought in player personnel that was not fit for Cam. A lot of this is on Ron too. And Tep is just trying to clean it all up. That's all I'm saying. I'm not one of those fans that are going to put all the blame on Tep if you look at where he was coming from, man.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get your overall arching point is that you're a fan of the Panthers, which I agree. I
get it.
I'm
with you. But I think it's easy to beat up Rivera. Rivera lasted a long time for the franchise. And I mean, eventually it goes sour, right? You know, you've been a coach for the same franchise for so long. But it's not an accident that Rivera was the first guy picked up as a head coach as soon as he was gone. It's not an accident.
Yeah.
No. I think the biggest blame is on Gettleman and Hurney. But I'm saying a lot of people are just leaving out Rivera.
Yeah, but the thing is, we're now a lot of things are being called correctly, right? I said that Rivera probably didn't have as much to do with the 3-4 change.
Yeah.
And we found out recently that it was Tepper that was pushing it.
Yeah.
So you got to remember, like, sometimes Rivera's been in some rough spots that he had to deal with.
Yeah, that's true.
So like
I agree.
Rivera, like I'm not, and don't get me wrong, Rivera's not flawless by any stretch of the imagination.
He's not
He's
at all.
not. But you can't just both times he's had general managers and owners, and he's gotten overwritten numerous times. You know?
No,
part
I
of the
agree.
reason why Brady's leaving New England right now is because Belichick finally won. Because he would have been gone years ago if it was up to Bill. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about.
I mean, I agree with what you're saying, Dave. But at the end of the day, looking at it from Tepper's eyes, we haven't even had back-to-back winning seasons. Sure, we got 3 straight division titles, first to be done within the division, but one of those is a losing season. We've accepted mediocrity for way too long, and let's all be real. Could we have taken another Cam is out for the rest of the year type
Yeah,
deal?
no, I agree. No, and listen, I'm not. I'm not
That's been
defending.
exhausting.
I'm not defending. I agree with moving on from Cam as well. And listen, I agree. I see it from Tepper's standpoint, but I just don't like the way it was handled. Like it wasn't
Yeah,
handled very
I
well.
don't like. I feel like it's very disrespectful to the player, especially considering what Cam has had to battle through with people around him. We should have beat the Saints in 2017 in that playoff game. Kalen Clay dropped a touchdown pass, and I believe Funches dropped a touchdown pass, if I remember correctly. But we should have beat the Saints in 2017 in that playoff game. But all I'm saying is, I I like the direction we're moving towards. I'm gonna love Cam forever. I appreciate everything he's done for this franchise, but at least they're keeping it consistent with sort of consistent. But we all had speculations of should Cam stay or shouldn't he stay. But if it was me having to call the shots, I personally wouldn't have paid Cam all that money, especially coming off 2 seasons, injury-prone seasons. It's too much of a risk. But I feel like Teddy. I'll just say this last. Teddy is a Band-Aid. It's already been leaked. I think it was Bleacher Report that leaked it that we're planning on tanking anyway. But like some previous callers have said, if we don't get Lawrence or Fields, this whole thing was for nothing.
We'll see. Only only time will tell. We can't go that
Only
far.
time will tell.
We haven't
Yeah,
had
man.
2020 draft, so let's get through this draft, get through this season, and see where it takes us. But I wouldn't take too much stock into that Bleacher Report article. That Bleacher Report be all
No,
over the
no,
place.
no. I'm not.
I'm just
saying,
saying,
like,
just
it's
saying.
been,
Bleacher Report be
yeah.
all over the place. So just be careful where you get your information from, and don't take too much stock into that, because I don't think you can effectively
definitely.
plan to tank. That just doesn't happen. But anyway,
Yeah,
you
Taken
can.
doesn't. Go ahead.
What you can do is you can get rid of all your similar to what the Dolphins did last year. Get rid of all your players and just get the picks and build. And that's how you do. That's why I don't like this partial reboot, because you need picks, and we're just especially not getting them from Cam is just unacceptable, because you need picks to effectively rebuild. So I don't think we're gonna get nothing from Cam.
You don't think? I was just about to ask that. Yeah, I'm not sure what his
I don't think
trade value is.
I don't think we're gonna get anything. Just because the GMs are gonna wait till we cut them, because I think we're just gonna cut them. So I don't know, but I gotta move on. I got more callers to get to.
Yeah, I know you got a lot of calls, man.
All
Y'all
right.
keep pounding.
Appreciate you.
You too, man. Appreciate the call.
All right. Other 704. 704.
Yo, what up? It's Austin, man.
Yeah, Austin? What's good, bro?
Austin, what's up,
Thanks
man?
for waiting. Thanks for waiting, bro.
Hey, yo, no problem, man. I mean, everything's kind of been said before. I am gonna miss Cam in the stadium. I knew it was gonna happen, but as you know, as we all see, it's like this is not the way to do it.
Yeah.
One, it's we have no leverage as well, like what you said, because what you're gonna give up, and the teams who need it. So basically, you have to find a team who needs a quarterback that doesn't have a top 10 pick. That's gonna be tough. And then you're asking them to give you something. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
it's not even. I don't even know about the top 10 pick, because I don't think we would get any. We wouldn't get anywhere near that. I think we would get like a 4th and like a 7th, or like a. I don't think we get anything higher than 4th in a combination of another pick. But you're
no. Well, like, I'm not saying that we would actually get the first round pick from them.
Yeah. No, I got you.
But the teams that we need a quarterback,
right? Yeah,
they're already going to get their quarterback regardless.
Right, and then there's
correct.
That makes sense. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. So, and then with that, I was thinking, if you look at the Hornets too, Charlotte stuff, whatever. Look at the Hornets and look at the Panthers. We don't really have big name free agencies coming to Charlotte, and now we're seeing how Cam is treated. Cam is regarded as like he's an MVP.
Yeah.
When's the last time you've seen an MVP treated like this?
Yeah, man.
Who's gonna come play in Charlotte now? Because they're gonna look at, all right, you're gonna treat him like that. I mean, he is, injury bug, but still.
Yeah, and it's not even, and it's not like it's just one owner, one set of coaches, one. It's not. This is a problem that's been going on for the past, ever since Smitty left or got booted.
Right.
This has been a problem. So it's multiple owners, multiple regimes. We just don't know how to handle it. And it goes on to basketball too, like you said, Kimba. Like, it's just we don't know how to do this the right way. So people are just looking like you're saying. I mean, if I'm a player, I'm like shit. They disrespect the Cam. I'm not gonna go there. Like I'm not gonna be the face of that franchise and they get treated like shit. So yeah, most people are looking at it like that. I agree.
Yeah, so I mean that was basically it for me. Keep pounding. Look forward to the soccer joint because I don't know what's gonna happen this season. Teddy's gonna be a cool quarterback, but I mean it doesn't look like we're gonna get Trevor Lawrence at all because it looks like we're gonna win too many games. So
Well, I don't know.
We can go get him. We're just gonna have to pay for him.
Yeah, we'll have to move up.
you know what? You know, for all my AEW fans out there, we walked into this as Orange Cassidy, and then we actually are about to try.
That's funny. That's actually really funny. That's actually
if y'all
really
get it,
funny.
y'all get it. If
Yeah.
not,
If you know, you know. That's funny. That's funny.
Orange
right.
Cassidy's my
all
guy.
right, man, y'all keep pounding.
All right, bro.
Aggie
Keep
Pride.
pounding, bro.
Aggie
Aggie
pride.
pride.
Yep.
All right, 910, what's good?
God damn, boy, it took you long enough to get to me.
Don't worry, it's a process, bro.
Hello.
It's a process.
Hello, man, what's popping, bro?
All this boo-hoo crying, oh, he Cam, look, man, at the end of the day, David Tepper was giving all indications that he wasn't sure about Cam. Everybody like they shocked. Oh, we didn't know he was going to trade or release Cam. These reports have been going out for months.
True.
How y'all didn't know? And Tepper went on interview. He did an interview. He said, "Look, is Cam healthy?" Then come talk to me. Tepper, he's an honest, upfront dude. He not gonna BS you. He not gonna bullshit you. He gonna tell you, look, I'm pretty sure. Like, look, I what episode was this? It was probably like a couple episodes ago. I told y'all, Cam wants a contract extension. He don't want to play on no 1 year. I told y'all this.
Yeah.
And now we seen it.
No,
He wanted to. You said what now?
We know. He wanted to get paid. He wanted his money.
I'm just reminding you. You said what now?
No, I'm fully aware he wanted to get an extension. It made sense because he wanted to get. Look, you seen all these other mediocre quarterbacks get this cheese.
Yeah, but like Shai said, listen, he said he had no choice, and I agree with you. He had no choice, but at the same time, I said behind the scenes, I'm pretty sure he's like, I want a contract. He throwing all these, getting on IG, doing these little a little bit of commitment. This, I'm like, look, dude, you ain't been healthy. You want a 4-5 year contract and you ain't been healthy?
Yeah.
Like what? David Tepper would be dumb as hell to get that man a 4-5 year contract. He ain't been able to stay healthy. You don't know if he's healthy right now. You don't know when he's gonna get healthy, and you don't even know if he's gonna be the same. So everybody in the fan base boo-hooing and doing all this crying about Cam was treated wrong. This stuff has been in the media for months now.
Yeah, but
so I want y'all to tell me why the hell are y'all so shocked and disappointed in David Tepper?
It's more about the optics. The optics look bad. It's the optics.
It's not that we're shocked or disappointed. Go ahead.
No, it's not. I'm not shocked, but it's the optics. Like the optics look bad. Like I've had to explain to people in the past, even in my workplace, that sometimes the optics look bad. This looks bad. Like the optics look terrible. It seems like we're never good at letting superstars go.
What looks bad about it though?
Dude, you could have been straightforward with that man and said, look, you want an extension. We ain't going to give you an extension. Let's try to make this a graceful exit.
Yeah. Don't come out and try to save face. The thing is, they came out and said, "Oh, we're committed. We're committed to Cam. We're committed." And then you get the whole fan base excited about it.
They were catching so much heat.
You can't.
Catching so much
but
heat.
you can't then turn around and then do this and say, "All right, boom, he's on the block." You can't do that. You should have kept that same energy from the start.
But
and this should have been traded a long time ago.
At the same time, though, Shai, like I think at the same time, the biggest issue that it lies to, regardless of what they say in the media, because the media is smokescreen, they can do what they want with the media. People use that to create their narratives all the time, regardless of what the topic is, sports, non-sports, whatever. But I think what they should have done is give Cam a solace. Like you already knew what the conclusion was going to be. Like you already made the decision that you weren't going to extend the guy. You should have gave him the common courtesy and say, look, man, We're not going to extend you. That's just the way it is. But it seems like they blindsided them. There's a way to handle those things.
No.
Yes.
Cam,
imagine. All right. Look, let's break it down. Imagine if Tom Brady, right? Because Tom Brady's going to Tampa. Imagine if the Patriots says, "Yeah, man, we're gonna pay you. We're gonna take care of you. We're gonna give you this $30 million. We're gonna get you this money." And then all of a sudden, we're committed to Tom Brady. Then all of a sudden, you're like you put up something saying, "Hey, we're not gonna pay him. We're just gonna let him walk." And Tom's like, "The hell?" Like, it's about respecting what you've done there. Like, you gotta respect. Like, Cam's done a lot. Like, he's gonna go down as probably the greatest quarterback we've ever had. Well, I hope not, because from the state.
Y'all sleeping on Teddy already, man. Damn.
No, I'm not sleeping on Teddy at all. But I'm just
joking.
saying, like, right now.
Joking,
no, I know, but right now, he's the best quarterback we've ever had by far. Like, it's not. I mean, you can debate him or Jake, but the reality is,
there's no debate, Dave. Don't do that,
people
Dave.
Won't debate.
Dave, don't do that,
debate.
Dave.
People will debate.
Dave, don't do that, dog. Don't
Cam.
do that,
no,
Dave.
We know it's Cam.
Don't do
that.
We
know it's Cam. I'm having fun with you.
All right.
I missed the Bojangles commercial with Steve.
I thought you were serious for a second.
No, but nah. He's the best quarterback we ever had by far. Not even close. But it's just.
But listen,
he's gonna go down as that.
Like I was saying. But they've been trying to tell the media and the fans this all off season.
No, they
were taking so much heat.
Didn't.
Listen, I'm getting on NFL Network and I'm seeing, oh man, David Tepper is wrong. He should lie and say he's committed to Cam to make him feel good. He should lie to Cam to make him feel like he's wanted. And the whole time he was trying to say, look, I don't know if I want to pay this dude because he's been injured. And David Tepper has been trying to throw this out to the media.
They said that, yes. But Lokes, man. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, they said that. What I'm saying is they should have kept that same energy instead of then going out at the combine and saying, "Oh, we're committed." After, and it's a reactive commitment too, because he goes out and says,
"Oh, was it David Tepper or was it Rule?"
It was Rule, but Tepper didn't say nothing. That's my point.
Tepper doesn't have to say nothing.
He didn't say anything.
Tepper's the owner. Like, Tepper hires all these people to take this heat away from him. We all know he's doing this. We know that he's doing this, right? We know. We know he's saying all this stuff.
Yeah. But listen, I know y'all got other callers.
Yeah, we got.
Shout out to Trey Boston. Right. I know Shad. Hey, look, I know Shad ain't want him back.
The
first one last year, but
I like Trey. I'm flip flopping. If I said that, I like Trey. I like Trey. I probably did say that, but I like Trey.
Okay, yeah. But shout out to Trey Boston and Teddy. I mean, it's whatever. I guess if they want to bridge quarterback because they know Cam wasn't coming back. But
only reason why we got Teddy.
I'm gonna let y'all get your other
comments. Only reason why we got Teddy. Only reason why we got Teddy because Phillip Rivers was off the block. I know he was our first target. Phillip Rivers was our first guy, but he wasn't.
Don't be gassing Locks.
Chill,
don't
Dave.
be doing that.
Chill, Dave. Phillip Rivers.
Do not do this.
Dave.
Don't do this.
Chill. Phillip Rivers was our first target. But I'm sure the Colts just pulled the trigger too quick, and that's just too bad, man.
Nah, look. If they had got Mike McCarthy, like I told you, if they had got Mike McCarthy or like a John Harbaugh, one of those guys, I'd have been like, okay. But they went with Matt Rule, so that clearly meant they was rebuilding. But I still felt like, listen, they could have signed Phillip Rivers to teach Will Greer and Kyle Allen, but I don't think. Yeah, but I don't think Phillip Rivers want to go through no rebuild. Like, he don't want to be. He want to win. So, part of that was him too. But I'm gonna let y'all get your other callers though.
All right, bro.
All right, y'all.
Yep.
See you,
all right.
757. What's good?
Hey, what's up, bro? This is Icon from the chat.
Hold on.
You got double take. Hold on.
No, you good. You good. Go ahead.
2 for 1. But yeah, hey, I'm a first time caller. from Hampton Roads, Virginia. Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
So
Thank
yeah, I
you.
just got a couple quick hits.
Real quick, thank you
Oh,
for
my bad.
holding on that long. I appreciate it. I know you've been holding for a
Yeah.
long time. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
man.
Go ahead.
Hey, no, it's cool, man. I love the show. So the first one is I feel like Tepper. He seems like the guy who like will only get people who, wants to buy into his system. He seems like he wants to only get people who will work for him and believe in what he's saying. And so I feel like it's not like as what's his name, Lokes or Locks. I feel like to go against what he was saying, I feel like it's not that we were trying to say that like Tepper should have lied to Cam, but it's more so like you guys are saying, like keep the same energy, don't switch it up now. And if Cam truly was blindsided, then it's kind of like you should have from the beginning said, hey, I don't think I'm going to sign you. I know I'm not going to sign you. Let's work out a trade ASAP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree. That's how they should have handled it. And you shouldn't have sent your coach out there saying we're committed and we're looking forward to. You shouldn't have did that. That was a PR blunder. You shouldn't have did. The optics look terrible, and it's just not a good look. I don't like how they handled it one bit because you got the fan base, the whole fan base.
Right.
Boom, they put out this whole thing committed to Cam, and then next thing you know, boom, trade release or trying to find a trade partner, now we're in a situation, and you can tell they just came to this decision recently. This is not, they are flip-flopping and you can see it publicly because if they really wanted to trade Cam, they could have did it, and maybe they tried to trade him, and I go back to my original story. They tried to trade him, they could not find a trade partner, and what happened was they went to go say, hey, they're committed, and then they're kind of flip-flopping, and once they figured out this isn't going to work, they said, all right, we got to cut all ties. We got to just forget it and go get Teddy. And I think that's what happened. They completely flubbed this up, man. They jacked it. They messed it all up. And you can tell. You can just follow the articles and see how everything came out. You can tell they just jacked it up. Go ahead. My fault.
Yeah. No, you good. I feel like they're not consistent on what they want to do with the plan wise. I feel like there might be like even a struggle maybe between Rule and Tepper. That's just speculation. But another reason I'm like that is because you say you want to do a rebuild, but we might miss out on getting some of these comp picks for the players. True. I'm like, I don't want to miss out on losing, theoretically, Shaq? Oh, not Shaq. Hitstick, which what's his name? That's his Instagram name.
That's Shaq. You talking Mario? That's Mario.
Mario. Yeah. My bad. Yeah. Mario missing out on him and all these other players that's getting signed, right? But then we're signing players who's only going to be here for a year or two, placeholders, and I'd rather have third-round picks or fourth-round, young players who can make a good position than people who are unknown. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's a good point. I think I was reading somewhere, it's a great point about the comp picks, because I was reading somewhere that the signing of Teddy Bridgewater cancels out our potential Bradbury comp pick. So that's interesting. I don't know how it affects Mario Addison and Vernon Butler, all those guys. We're losing all those guys too. So I'm not sure how that works as far as comp picks go. But I'm hoping we need picks in order to rebuild or retool whatever. You need picks, and you need to knock those picks out of the park. And we just completely failed. Like, not getting anything for Cam Newton when you need picks is just unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, I just don't see how we get Trevor or any. I don't see how we get a top 3 pick with Teddy. Like, I understand our defense is going to be bad, but re-looking at that Minnesota team that he was on, that we went against, right? I remember the infamous Thomas Davis calling him out for checking the play. But if you really look at it, though, that team wasn't like super great, but he still won some games. And you have to think about it. I think Matt Rule is going to be a good head coach, as well as Joe Brady, super innovative or whatever. So I think, I don't know, man. I don't like 7-9, especially losing all those people.
Appreciate that, Darius. Go ahead, my fault.
Appreciate it, Darius. But yeah, man. I think he was done.
Oh, where?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'm good.
No,
I'll hit you up later. All right, see you.
All right, bro.
Appreciate the call, man.
Right,
you know what just dawned on me, man?
What's that?
Before we go to the next caller?
Yep.
We're going to get to see Tom Brady versus Drew Brees twice a year.
Yeah. And we got Teddy Bridgewater.
And we got Teddy Bridgewater. And Bridgewater's going to get to see Tom Brady and Drew Brees twice a year.
Yep. And Matt Ryan. Don't you?
I don't. No.
Sleeping on Matt Ryan.
Look, man. Let me work. All right. Let me give you my low key disses. All right. I don't have to mention these cats. Some of these clown franchises. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's funny. That's funny. All right. Let's go. 401. What's good?
Marcus, what's up, man?
Hey, I just want to offer my quick thoughts on Cam, and I had two small questions. With Cam, I'm not sure I buy the whole blindsided thing, because this is a whole big PR play on both sides to sort of make the optics look good so they can point at the other guy, and then his team aren't stupid. So I'm pretty sure that Cam will be all right. With Bridgewater, I'm fine with the Bridgewater signing, but I just think that he's kind of like in a similar position that Terry Rozier was this past year when replacing Kemba Walker. It's pretty much the same exact thing. Everybody screamed that he's not very good, he's overpaid, X, Y, and Z. Then he started playing well, and then everybody forgot. So I think Teddy will be fine. The question I had was in regards to, with all the signings that we had, I'm just thinking that we re-signed Trey Boston, and he's making $9.5 million the first year. Signed the defensive end, Weathers, I think his name was, and so on. I'm just wondering, we don't have very much cap space left, and we don't have too much in the way of draft capital. So I'm just kind of wondering, what do we do from here?
That's a great point. I think there's still moves to be made to free up from some space.
Yeah.
I think you gotta look at. I think Mike Davis' contract still out there. Graham Gano's contract is still out there. So there's a probably about at least 6 or 7 million we can go back and get out that's still out there. But I agree, we are running a little bit low on space. But I haven't seen exactly how all the contracts break down, so I don't know how much space we have. But I think, again, if it was me, I'm not signing. I'm not making any moves. I'm sitting where I am. And I'm hoping I can draft well. And if I am signing somebody, it's that type of draft, it's that type of pick, those type of signings that we've been signing, like the Trey Bostons, the whatever 2 guys we signed yesterday, Burris, Weatherly, those kind of guys. That's what we need to be signing, role players, and then try to knock. We have to. The key thing is knocking the draft out of the park. We have to, and I'm trying to trade back. Even unless somebody amazing is there, I'm trying to trade back in a mass picks. Because like you said, we don't have that much draft capital. And to do the rebuild or retool right, you need draft picks. So unless Okuda's sitting there, I think I'm trading back. Even because Kinlaw's there, I'm not really all in on Derrick Brown. Because there's other options there that I'm willing to settle for, that I can get a little bit later. So you just got, and I think that's where it puts us at a slight disadvantage because we haven't had a chance to do all our pro days and all that other stuff. We're a little bit behind the ball with this Corona crap. So I don't know. That's what I would do. I would try to get as many picks as I can. Trade back. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I've been stuck in my house too long. We re-signed Trey Boston?
Yeah, we just re-signed Trey Boston. Yep.
3 years, $18 million?
Yeah, he got, and I think half of it is like in the first year. So
yeah.
I think
this just happened today, right? Yeah. We didn't miss this.
No, it just happened. It happened.
Okay.
I was gonna get to it at some point, but we kept talking about.
I'm like, oh.
So this kind of leads to my second question: is what does that lead the Burris guy that we signed for $4 million? Does that make him a backup?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. And
dude,
but so hold on. I think
that's why I'm like, what?
Hold on. So I think they're saying that guy can play all over the secondary. They're saying he can play cornerback. He can play nickel. He can play in multiple spots. So I think they're kind of using him as one of those kind of where we use Cockrell. Yeah, like kind of how Cockrell was used last year. Kind of in that space. But I agree. When I saw the signing, I was taken aback too. I was like, hold up now. We just signed a dude that plays safety. Why would you still got Eric Reed? Unless there's plans to get rid of Eric Reed, hell, anything can happen at this point. You got Eric Reed, you got Trey Boston, now you got this Burris kid. But
you probably have to play. Burris is gonna probably play more corner at this rate, right?
Yeah, he's probably gonna play more cornerback or outside or something like that. That's the only thing I can see because we are lacking corner depth. We don't have any. I mean, we don't have anybody except for Dante Jackson. That's it. That's it, really. Cole Luke, I think we re-signed, got a 1-year deal or something like that. Well, it's really lacking in secondary. So maybe he was there as kind of one of those depth players. But I'm really hoping we can get Okuda, man. That's really, and I think Detroit's gonna get him. But I'm really hoping he falls to us, man, because that's who we need.
Didn't Detroit win a quarterback?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I have no idea.
I thought they were trying to trade Stafford at one point.
I don't know. I don't know. They need
But all
cornerback
right,
help too. They need cornerback help too. I think both of their starting corners are either being traded or free agents. So I don't know. I don't know. We need a lot. That's why we need picks. We need picks.
Yeah, just hope that Hurney doesn't try to trade up and get another first-round pick like he did back in the day.
Nah, man. We need to trade back. If anything, we need to keep trading back and get more picks. But that's what I would do. Get as many picks as possible. But who am I?
All right, appreciate it, guys.
Just lowly folks sheltering through our house, man. See you, Marcus.
All right.
All right.
This Trey Boston signing, I got questions.
Yo, hold on. One more caller, Dave. 704 was good.
Yep.
Jay Simp, how you doing?
Jay Simp,
What's up, Jay Simp?
What's good, bro? Long time no hear. Dr. Simp is in the house.
I've been waiting.
What's good, bro?
Y'all had a long line tonight.
Yeah, my fault, man. Thank you for waiting, bro.
We're the coronavirus line. Like, we're the grocery store line right now. You know what I'm saying?
No, right? I know.
We're much
this
quicker.
Is from Jordan Rodriguez and Joseph Pearson of The Athletic. The decision to move, and this is about the defense.
Yeah.
We're going to start here with my thoughts because I think it echoes things I've been saying for a little bit. I said it in the group chat a few times. I'm seeing some things I don't really like. Okay. The decision to move back to a 4-3 base as opposed to a 3-4 alignment introduced last season comes nearly a full year after the Panthers began making personnel adjustments to shift away from a four-man front, long championed by Rivera and his defensive coordinators. A move that came at the urging of owner David Tepper.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple sources told The Athletic. Well, let's get the chopper out ready because what makes a bad owner? Number one, an owner that is involved in football decisions.
We got a damn flat on our hands, guys.
We got an owner that said, Ron, you're no longer running a 4-3. You're going to run a 3-4. And then we have the worst defensive performance we've had in years. And now we got an owner that says, okay, we're going back to the 4-3.
Well, because now he hired his guy. So who am I to tell him how to run his defense?
Who are me?
My guy.
Who are me to judge, B?
Who am I?
I know you spent $2.275 billion. And here's my other point. A lot of people have talked about David Tepper and how smart he is, and he made his fortune making wild investments, and that's how he built his empire. And how intelligent he is. Let me tell you something.
I'm gonna tell you something before you go there. Before you go there, interesting you say that. He predicted this market crash about 2 months ago. He predicted this market crash, and I should listen to
a lot of people predicted this market crash. I was in college. My spring. So this time last year, I was having a conversation with my college roommate about the market's going to crash in a year. So that was not. Let's hold off on that. It's crashing even more because of the virus and the fact that the supply chain got interrupted. But that's an economic issue. I really want to talk about football.
Yeah, let's talk about football.
A lot of people think because you're a billionaire and because you quote unquote built your empire, you know, he's a blue collar billionaire. That man worked at one of the most major investment banks in the country. He is far removed from being a blue collar, ain't got nothing, not going to work than he is as he has been a billionaire. He's been a billionaire longer than he has been a blue collar person. And being a billionaire don't make you the smartest person in the room. And I'm starting to see some things I really don't like. When you're involved in football decisions, I really don't like that. When you have impromptu press conferences or gaggle meetings with the media midweek that undermine the message coming out of their coaching staff and from the front office, I do not like that. we're seeing some of these things happen. And for a while, we've just gone and said, okay, we're going to blame Rivera for the defense. We're going to blame this person for this. We're going to blame this person for this. Listen, David Tepper's built up a lot of capital. He put the logo at the middle of the field. He expanded the Hall of Honor. He allowed some New Jersey combos to be worn. If he messes the football side of this up because his hand is in there and he's stirring too much and he's not letting the people who know football do their job, none of that stuff matters. So he better get this crap right. And he better get it right the first time.
I agree.
Because
Listen,
you hired,
man.
Go
ahead.
Go ahead.
Keep
No,
rolling.
you're on the roll. Keep going.
No, you hired inexperienced college coach who had 1 year as an assistant offensive line coach. I don't care what I all respect to do to Matt Rule, and his resume in college is unprecedented. And what he did at Temple and what he did at Baylor should be recognized and applauded. It's a different league. And when you come into Carolina and you talk about you want to build this into one of the best programs, you already got me messed up with the language you're using. This ain't a program. This is a franchise. There's a difference. This ain't a program. This ain't a school. This ain't kids showing up. They ain't got to go to class. It's a franchise. So you better get it right. And if you don't get it right, there's going to be hell to pay. Because when you get rid of the all-time leader at tight ends, when Luke Kuechly retires, when you're the best quarterback that's ever played for this franchise, you ship off into the night. Not unexpectedly, but the way you do it is irreprehensible. You better get it right. And then when you replace that person with, instead of throwing a no-name quarterback out there, let him seek it up for a year and go tank for a year and do it right. You spend millions of dollars. You actually pay more for a lesser product who is probably still going to be competent enough to win a few games, and you're going to mess around and not be able to go get Trevor Lawrence and not be able to go to get Justin Fields. And you're going to have to go spend the first-round draft pick the following year to move up to go get those guys. One or two things. We either need to be in will now mode, which we're not ready for, and there ain't defense. There ain't no defense. Or you need to tank, and you need to be competent in the way you tank. And we ain't doing either right now.
I agree.
Yo, man.
I agree.
Yo, I'm starting to think
Here comes the money.
Rule ain't gonna stick around.
Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.
I think we might look at this. We might see Brady.
Shout out to Slim.
Shout out to Slim, man. And he might see Brady, and he might see Matt Ryan, and he might see Drew Brees. And he might look at that division and be like, you know, there might be some college schools that might pay me as much. Maybe I should go to make this exit. I don't know if I want this type of pressure.
Yeah. So
I could see this becoming like Petrino when in Atlanta.
So real quick before we go there, I must give you a round of applause, Jason. That was a great call.
That was outstanding.
Great call, and it was well delivered. I like the delivery. A lot of things you said are absolutely true. I think I can take some heat because I know I am one of those guys, and I still give Tepper the benefit of the doubt a little bit. Hold on. Let me finish. I've given him the benefit of the doubt as far as he's a billionaire and blah blah blah. So let him. He's made smart decisions and blah blah blah. I was that guy. I'm that guy. But as these decisions start to go in, and as we start to see decisions being made and how these things are starting to play out, I agree with like everything Jay Simp said. I mean, just the way this Cam Newton situation was handled, and if we're gonna tank, especially the last part you said about tanking properly, like this is not a proper tank. We're not rebuilding in the best sense that we could. I just feel like, signing this dude $21 million a year, like when you could just be bad anyway, and get a franchise quarterback next season if we're just gonna be bad. I don't
Here
know,
we
man.
go. Money talk.
I don't know.
Here
Man.
comes the money.
Last thing, and I'll have more to say on this later.
Yeah,
but
no,
I'm
go ahead.
about
Go
to
ahead.
give myself
Go
a
ahead.
headache.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, man.
We completely eroded all leverage we had with Cam Newton
Yep.
and a potential trade. We're going to end up releasing him because I don't know a franchise that's dumb enough to trade for him at this point. When you already signed Teddy Bridgewater, when you put it out there that they're open to, you're going to allow him to seek a trade. I give you a 7. I mean, we had the potential had we come out and played our cards correctly, because I told you guys, I thought we should be trading Cam and we should be shopping Christian McCaffrey as well. If you play your cards right, you could have got a 3rd and a 5th probably for Cam.
Probably.
And I'm of the belief, I talked to Noli earlier, I think you can get 2 firsts, at the very least a 1st and a 2nd out of McCaffrey.
Yep.
So you got to play your cards right. You got to build draft capital, and we're not building draft capital, and we're not winning for the future, and we don't have the roster, or excuse me, winning now. We don't have the roster to win now. And so again, my whole point for everything I've said, I do not want to be in NFL purgatory, and I don't think with adding Teddy Bridgewater that we're going to be bad enough to get the 1 or 2 first or second overall pick. So we're going to end up spending a 1st round pick next year to move up to go get Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields, which is only going to set you back in building a dominant franchise around a young quarterback on a good deal. That's all. That's it. I'm done for the night. Thank y'all for your time.
Thanks, Jason.
Great call.
Quick update. It looks like the Panthers might have 2 teams that want Cameron Newton, sir.
Really? What's
Yep.
that?
The Patriots and the Chargers. They want his medical records. Shout out to Lochmain for the Patriots one. So they want his medical records. So we might actually have somebody that wants to trade.
Yeah.
This is positive. The fact that we have 2 teams means we might actually get something for him. It might not be much, but we might get something for him. Maybe. Possibly. I mean, we don't have to trade him tomorrow. We don't have to cut him tomorrow. We got time.
Yeah, we do. We do have time. What's the deal with this Tom Brady news? I thought
it sounded like it's gonna be 2 to 3 years with the Bucks.
Is it the Bucks? Okay. Sorry.
Oh, he's going to the Bucks. Like I think that's a done deal at this point.
All right. I was making sure.
It's not official, but he's going to the Bucks.
All right.
They already got the graphics. So, yo, man, we need to talk about this trade Boston real quick. I know.
Yeah.
We're here. You know what I'm saying? We might as well talk about this trade Boston.
For sure.
What in the hell is going on here?
Yeah, like Dave, the only explanation is that the other guys that we signed, they can play. He can play multiple positions.
No, it's not about the decision to re-sign him. It's about the price.
Well, it's not a terrible price.
$6 million. 2 years ago, you would have made $1.5 million.
Well, I think the way it's structured is that he's going to get the bulk of the money up front, and the over the last 2 years, his cap hit is going to be like $4 million. So it's a front loaded contract, which wouldn't mean. I mean, this year it wouldn't really matter. So it actually is a good. If they're gonna re-sign him, this is actually a good way to structure it. If it's front loaded. Again, I haven't seen the full breakdown, but yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
I never thought it would say that Tampa Bay that Tom Brady is going to be a buck.
Yeah, man.
Buccaneer. You want to know what? You want to hear a crazy stat? Tom Brady, Jameis Winston has one thing in common. They had the same QBR last season.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, we know the Patriots weren't that good. Like, I think. Listen, I don't know. It's gonna be a strong shift from what they did last year. They were just slanging that thing last year. And he's gonna have some weapons. He's probably gonna have the best weapons he's ever had.
Now, 1 year he had Randy Moss. I mean,
yeah, but he's got Mike Evans and your boy, I forgot it, Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
So he's gonna. I don't know, man.
Where's Jameis gonna go? That's the question.
That's a great question. Where Jameis?
Where is Jameis going, man?
I have no clue where Jameis is going. Man. I feel bad for him.
Where is the 30 interception man going? Where is the 30 for 30 man going?
I agree with Slim. This is Jordan to the Wizards. That's a great analogy. I agree
That
with
is.
that. I agree with that. 100%.
But even occasionally, Jordan would drop 40, even with the Wizards.
It's true.
Occasionally. Not all season. Pippen on the Trailblazers wasn't that bad. He took them boys to the playoffs often when he was with the Blazers. I don't think people give Pippen enough credit on how good he was. Pippen led them boys to the playoffs numerous times by himself. But all right.
Yeah, man. So Dave, you got anything else?
I'm here to get to ask a plea from ESPN, and then we can close out. All right. Listen, man. ESPN, hear me out, guys. This is very important because
I know where you're going with this.
I know you know where I'm going with this. You guys are having a little bit of a struggle when it comes to your programming right now.
Yeah.
You know, you canceled one of your best shows you had recently, and then you lost all your sports because of the corona. So I'm here to help you out. You want to fix your viewership problem? I'm here to help. Release the Last Dance documentary, man. Just release it. Just start dropping them. You're already giving the clues. The date ain't June no more. You need to change it to coming soon, and just start releasing it. People are going to be here for 8 weeks.
Facts.
Maybe for it. So like, this is perfect. You know, do like a 2 hour to start it off, just to get folks into the game, and then just freaking run that joint and get it done in 8 weeks. You know, we've already seen Kobe's final game. Like we've already did that. We've already did all that. No, we need to go ahead and get this document popping. I want to see the type of trash talk that was going down in 1998 when this man hung this thing up.
Yeah.
So we need to go ahead and get this thing popping. Because remember, the original theory for this was to hold us off when the NBA season is over.
Yeah.
It is now suspended. Let's go ahead and get this thing popping before the NBA ramps back up. Get it done in between, and let's go ahead and rock with this thing. Because now we know that the NBA is going to come back, and they're going to be probably done in August the way it's looking.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there. So let's just go ahead, get the Last Dance popping. Let's see what these episodes is about, and you'll get to see Kobe in it because Kobe's in that. So it'll be perfect. So you just go ahead and get this thing rolling and make it happen. And shout out to WrestleMania being an empty arena.
That's trash. All right. Let's hang this thing up. We've given you what, 3 hours of content? Well, 2.5 hours. Well, about 3 hours of content over the past couple of days.
Yeah.
So listen, just hang in there, fellas. I told y'all to buckle your seatbelt, get it cracking. It's gonna be a wild ride, a long ride, and listen, this was the right thing to do. Although we did it the wrong way, it was the right thing to do. Maybe signing Teddy Bridgewater wasn't the complete way to tank, but again, I think that was to kind of save face, to make sure that we're somewhat competitive. This is to appease the fan base. I think a complete tank would have alienated the fan base. I mean, if you haven't already done so with treating Cam the way you did. I think just kind of putting a couple wins up every now and then, will save face with Teddy. But we'll see what happens. Listen, just hang in there. Hang in there. That's a good point, Slim. We might be back tomorrow. Might be some more breaking news.
I got time.
It's me too. I got nothing but time. I'm
look,
ready.
Man, I've been working at the crib
in
all week at this rate.
Yeah, I could sleep in. So I'm good. No more getting up early. I'm sleeping in. Get 2 extra hours of sleep every day. I'm good. I'm good.
Still getting up at 5.
Nah, B.
But I'm fine with it because I can get
7.
some work done. I can get some work done before my kids wake up. Before Mario wakes up. So
my kids are on a schedule there, and they're self-sufficient. So my kids make their own lunches, breakfast, get their own snacks, do their own homework. They on a strict schedule. They leave
Mario will burn that house down.
Leave me the hell alone. Yeah. But all right, man. That's all I got. Let's wrap this thing up. Man, again, like I said, hang in there, bro. Just hang in there, bros and brosettes. Hang in there. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be a long ride. And again, I think one of the callers said it. At the end of the day, we fans of the Carolina Panthers. we gotta stop getting attached to these players because they come and go at some point. They all are gonna come and go, but that logo on the 50-yard line is gonna remain, okay? And we have to still support it at the end of the day. So let's hang in there. I mean, we still doing the show every Monday, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Every Monday we gonna be here, no matter who's the owner, no matter who's the quarterback. So we gonna hang in there, man. And again, I appreciate all the callers. All you guys were great. I encourage you guys to call in every week like that. But we gonna be all right, man. We're gonna be all right. Go ahead, Dave. What was you about to say?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I just want to remind folks though, for those who showed up today, this is your first time watching the show. We appreciate you guys being here. We go live every Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go live. We take phone calls. We do our thing, man. Panther Nation PC is the Twitter feed. This is the page if you're watching, so we appreciate it again. Subscribe to the YouTube page. It's good for the algorithms. Like the page. Click that bell so you know when we do these type of episodes. We might have to be up here tomorrow.
We might.
Cam gets traded to some team. We might talk about it. But now, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll be back Monday. Worst case scenario, if something happens, we'll be back. We all quarantined, so it's all good, man. We here. We in it for the long haul, man. All right. So we out, man. And I got time to put us back on Apple podcast, Dave. I'm gonna work on. That's a project. I'm gonna put it back on.
Is that tough? Because I want to talk to you about that.
Yeah. Huh?
Is that much of a project?
It's not. No, it's not. It's not. I just got to do it. I haven't had time to sit down and do it, but we'll do it. Get it back up there. That being said, we out of here. All right. Let's peace out. Hopefully we get some picks for Cam, and that'll be great. All right. So peace out. See you guys the next time, whether it's tomorrow or Monday. All right. Peace out. Keep pounding, man, for real.